Oh, I have no friends. This don't make no sense.
Need it from you, yeah. Crash land in the palm of my hand. That little flex wanna play by the coast. Carry the torch, I'm way up a slitty wherever we flow. I came from the cold, used to rest on the floor and stitch up my wounds. Was born a soldier, flipping the struggle, I'm taking it worldwide. Hold it down when you talk to me. Say it is what it's supposed to be. Say it loud, but I mean it too, yeah. Talk that good when you talk to me. Say it nice and I give it to you. You know my word is bond, yeah. What we on now is wild, shit a trip. Life is slid, take a breath. That's it. Now it's wild, it's shit a trip. Life is litty, shit a gift. Bitch,
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Good Vibes TV. That's right, Gvtv, for another fun-filled episode. Yes, I am your man, RL. And it's just me and the lovely Savvy E tonight. What's up, Savvy?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Not
It's
much. I
crazy.
just want to go. Say it again.
I was gonna say it's crazy because it never been you and me. Just you and me.
That's right, girl. You got me all to yourself tonight, girl.
To myself.
Yeah. Before we even go any further, I want to make sure we send out prayers to DJ PRS1. His herpes flared up, so he's unable to do the show with us. Hopefully, he can get some of that cream and them pills. Go to the STD clinic. And take care of that. Because from what I heard, that shit is painful and it's highly contagious. So, prayers to DJ PRS1, who has a sick dick at the moment. So, we'll check in on him later. But what's good with you, Savvy? How was your weekend?
My weekend was fruitful. Like I'm starting to do rehearsals for the show that I'm getting really excited next month. Really excited for that. So just been planning that and just trying to get this thing together, But other than that, that's it.
So I was checking out your promos to the show. I'm excited. Please make sure I get in to see this show. The name, I'm telling y'all got to check out the promos for it because you can tell it's going to be a good show. It's Chicks with Kicks, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I seen the poster and I was like, you know what? This is different. This is going to be fly. I got to see this, man. I got to see this. So I'm definitely going to be in the house for that. That's not virtual though, right? Don't tell me it's virtual.
No, it's not virtual. It's in person. Yep. Yep. We having it down at the La Familia downtown off of Utah Street.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. So it's not that far. Right off of 83. It's right there, right next to a Dunkin' Donuts. So get there on time. Doors open up at 6. No, doors open up at 5:30. Shows start at 6. So come out early so you can shop with the vendors and stuff like that because we're gonna have vendors there. Selling their products. And, next show I'll probably have more information on the vendors and stuff like that, so people can look forward to who they're going to shop with.
Absolutely. Like I said, and the cool thing you said is downtown. We can leave there and go to Che Joey's, the strip club where the retired detective was at, and ran up a $600 bill on the strippers and didn't want to pay them. So we can actually go and see what kind of kitty cat he was paying for.
Exactly.
Was it really worth $600?
Yeah. Is that the one that's right? Like, soon as you come off of 83 on the other side, it's like a strip club, like a gentleman's club right there as well. Is that the one you talking about?
Yeah. No. So look, I got a story about that. So about 20-something years ago, I was coming in town from Jacksonville, North Carolina, and I always drive past it, and I said this time I'm gonna stop in and I'm gonna have a drink and I'm gonna check out what's going on because I always seen a line. It's like 2000, 2001. So I drive past it and I said, let me go inside. Long ass line, and I seen all these people dressed up in Navy uniforms, and I was like, damn, what the fuck going on? It's military night. I go in this motherfucker, and it is actually a gay showcase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fucked me up completely because I was going in there for the women.
Right.
and I got a whole bunch of men. I didn't stay long. I had a couple drinks though because I really didn't realize that there was no women in there
Right.
till about 20 minutes later. So, but yeah, that club has been around for a while. But no, we got to go about five minutes down from there, and that's where the retired detective spent
Okay.
$600 in private lap dances and drinks and shit.
Okay. So they ain't take him out back and beat him down? Like they ain't do that?
No, that's the look. That's the crazy part. They didn't do shit to him. You can tell he must have been white.
Mm-hmm. Had to be.
Had
Because
to be
anybody
white.
else
'Cause
would have been like, the people that came and threw him out. So he had to be a
yeah,
white man.
yeah, and then they not going to give any brother no $600 line of credit in no strip
Exactly.
club. They
Exactly.
all so you know
Because
he
they
was white.
already know. They know we
Yeah,
not gonna pay. We gonna make up excuses, talk about the girls wasn't dancing right, they ain't
yeah, you
smell
know
good
that.
tonight.
Hell nah, we don't even want to pay the drinks. Pay for the
Right.
drinks that we gotta, in order for the girls to talk to you, you gotta buy drinks. We don't even want to pay for them. So you know damn well was no brother who did that shit.
Right. So look, we got a special guest tonight, but I wanna ask you something before we bring our special guest on. Did you watch the movie Passing?
Who?
It's called Passing on Netflix.
No.
It's a good movie. It's on Netflix and it talks about the movie is about two black women and one they I guess they grew up together in the same community or whatever, and they must have a mother or the father is white, so they look like they can pass for white.
Oh,
And
my wife was watching that. The one chick looked white, and she act like she white.
exactly, married to a white man and everything. Good movie. Everybody that I talked to said they didn't like the ending, but I did. I liked the ending. The ending
Oh,
was
I got to watch that.
yeah, it's a really nice movie. And then it makes you think, like, back in the day, how people that was fair skinned would pass for white. I watched a show on YouTube one day where this young lady said that, her family grew up, they were black, but they grew up passing as white, and explained a lot of things that they could do and how they couldn't do. And it was really, really interesting that, they took advantage of their fair skin.
Do you remember uh, uh about 65 years ago they did a movie and then they remade it in color. It was called Imitation of Life.
Yes. Yes.
It's something similar to yeah. So I mean, and I
Yeah.
love that. I mean, I cried at the end. When they went to her mother's funeral and she couldn't apologize for how she treated her mother who was brown skinned and
Right.
she was fair complected, damn near white, and that's how she wanted the world to see her, and didn't
Right.
want the world to know that she actually was a black woman. Her mother was brown skinned. So my wife was watching what you were saying. I ain't see it, but yeah, I'm gonna check that out. My wife said it was really good. Now I'm
It
hearing you
was.
say it.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody that I talked to, even men that watched it, even guys that watched it, they said that they really liked it. So it's a really good movie to watch. So we're gonna bring on our special guest tonight. We have with us, let me get his name right, Mr. AJ Franklin. He is an actor, director. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
What's good,
yeah.
people? What
How
up? What
you
up?
Hey,
been?
he
How you
looked he
been?
looked, he looked like his like his coochie thing is like high. His meat. Look at you just got that look, AJ.
Chill. I mean, well, what can
So
I say, man? What can I
right,
say?
look, this is your introduction to the show. Welcome to the show. Boom, boom.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, yes. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us tonight.
No
Yes.
doubt.
So, well, I'm gonna jump right into it. So, just tell me a little bit, like, what you've been doing lately since you left Hopkins.
Yeah, I mean, for the people that don't know, I actually used to work at Johns Hopkins in the security department. Used to be patrol officer, commo officer. Worked on 8 to 4, 4 to 12. Did some OT on 12 to 8. And before I get into what I've been doing presently, I just want to say that out of all the jobs I've had, Hopkins has left the biggest imprint on my heart and my life. I learned a lot. I did a lot of growing up while was at Hopkins. So I really appreciate the people that I got to experience and build relationships with. I still keep in touch with so many people from Hopkins, and yeah, it's always going to be love. It's always going to be love for most of y'all. Now,
So y'all, let me just let y'all know, Hawkins paid him to say that, so he's gonna be getting a check.
Ah,
no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, but yeah, I've been pretty busy. I left Hopkins in 2015, and I think that was in February. Yeah, and I moved to New York in March, and to pursue my acting career. And it's been quite a journey. Now I'm doing a lot of television and film, as well as producing content on my own. I have a team. We have a production company, Black Chalk Studios. So I'm in between the filmmaker life and actor life. Currently, I can be seen on season 1 of Raising Canaan, and luckily, I was given the honor to come back for season 2, and that's going to be amazing. Thank you so much. And as well as I've done work for Netflix, FX, HBO, CBS, a whole bunch. I've been pretty busy, and this year has actually been quite the blessing. Things are really looking up. So yeah.
Good. So where you reside at now?
I'm in New York.
Okay, and how's that been? How's that like been?
It's been great. It took a lot of getting used to. I'm originally from New York, but I was raised in Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
It definitely, like with my career choice, it definitely was a struggle starting out because it's so expensive to live here.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to have a pretty open schedule for the type of work I do. So it definitely taught me how to hustle harder being up here. You know what I mean? But yeah, I love it. I definitely love it, and I'll probably be here for a while.
Are you acting full time? Like, is that what you do outside of your production?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
hey,
Okay.
man, that's what's up.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. Mr. AJ.
What's going on?
Hey, check this out. So if you haven't realized by now, I'm the one. I'm pretty much. I'm gonna ask you that question.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you that question. All right. So
Hit
you
me.
said you was down here in Baltimore. You was at Hopkins. Look, I'm gonna stay at the beginning. We're gonna talk about Johns Hopkins. Okay.
Okay.
At Johns Hopkins, what was your love life like?
Well, my love life was pretty boring at Hopkins because the same woman I'm with is the same woman that I'm with now. So, yeah, I wasn't like, a whole bunch of the cool patrol guys, what I mean, the girls in the different departments and stuff like that. I was pretty stable, actually.
Okay. So that was the setup question. So
I felt it.
this is the real question.
All right.
It sounds like you're a committed man, and I applaud you for that because when you find a good woman, you need to stay with that good woman and build and all that good stuff. But you're on Raising Canaan. Let's not pretend like you're doing commercials for Jiffy peanut butter. You're on the show. You're a part of the show. What is it like? How do people treat you? Not just women, but your friends, your family. How have those relationships, have they changed or stayed the same?
I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people are talking to me different. I'll start off with this first. A lot of people who I'm not gonna say didn't necessarily believe in me, but just wasn't sure of the path I was on, and it doesn't work out for a lot of people. You know what I mean? And I'm not even saying that it has fully worked out for me because I'm still working towards what I want to get to. But a lot of people did project their fears on me about why it's not a good idea to pursue this career, and none of those people are speaking the same way to me now. All of those people not only respect the decision I made and my persistence and tenacity, but it's also inspired quite a few of them to pursue dreams of their own. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So that's like that's like I'm not bitter. You know what I mean? I don't hold no ill will. Like it a negative kind of turned into a positive because I've now like inspired certain people who had their own fears and projected them on me, and now what I mean, they're talking about pursuing what it is that they want to do with their life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's worked out like that. As far as women, the DMs definitely have been getting full in the last few months. They was
Yeah.
empty. It was empty before, and some energy changing. But yeah, I mean, I've been to a couple parties, a couple events, and yeah, I had my first groupie experience.
Oh shit! Here
Yeah,
we
do
go.
wait a minute. Do tell. Let me get my sip. Do tell. I'm ready. What's going on?
Yeah, I was at a show, supporting another a cast member, who does comedy, and you know, this was really funny because there was some groupies there and everything, and there was a few people from the cast that came to the show to support, and mind you, they're not paying me any mind, right? I mean, it's you got main cast members, people with smaller roles, like people from behind the scenes. They're all at this place to support this one person. So these girls aren't really paying me no mind. Come to find out, they never even had watched the show. They just knew that established people was in the building, and they was trying to go in for their kills. So one of my other castmates had deflected the attention from themselves to me, and they was like, well, what's my man AJ, born ready and everything. And then they were like, oh, you want to show too? And then I couldn't like keep them away from me after that. And
Mm.
I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, all right, so this is the start of the bullshit.
Yeah. Right. There
Yes,
you go.
yes, yes,
But
yes.
like
Yeah, but
talking about that, because you have a lot of people that's coming up in the industry, and they still trying to make their way to get to shows like Raising Canaan and all this other good stuff that's out there. That's out
right.
here just doing local stuff, but still trying to make a name for themselves. So they're probably getting hit with the little groupies or the little whatever. So when they get to that point, sometimes people tend to get big headed because now you got other people that wouldn't probably pay you no attention, paying you all this attention because they finding out who you are and you're part of a show, like Raising Canaan. So how do you deal with that? And you said that you had someone special in your life, and then how did she deal with that? How do y'all deal with that?
All right. So to start from where you ended on that, I would say if you do have a partner with you that's going into this journey with you, I would say that make sure your partner is secure. You know
Thank
what I
you.
mean?
Mhm.
Insecurity is a recipe for disaster if you're going to be with somebody who's in the entertainment business, because
Mhm.
you're around women all the time, and I'm like beautiful women all the time. You know what I mean? You get invited to like exclusive places, and what I mean, it's all types of stuff that be going on. So the trust has to be there. They have to be secure in themselves, and you have to do your part to make them feel secure. You know what I mean? So that has to be established. As far as not getting big headed and not letting things get to your head. I mean, that's on you at the end of the day. Like, you got to keep yourself humble, keep yourself grounded. The best way that I can describe how to do that for anybody else who may be on the come up is keep real ones around you. I don't have any yes men in my life, like,
Good.
period. I don't have no yes men in my life. All of my friends and family, they keep it real with me. They keep me grounded. When I started, like, they bring me right back down, and I appreciate them for that. Like, you need people like that. If you got a whole bunch of yes people around you, then you're going to just that's going to be the start again of the bullshit. You just until you just out in space somewhere, and can't nobody bring you down. So you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, it's very important. Another thing is don't skip steps either. You know what I mean? Like, as far as anybody pursuing a career in acting, music, anything entertainment wise, don't try to skip steps. Do your work on your craft, hone your craft. I'm not saying you got to be a master at your craft before you get onto like a top level or anything like that. I'm not a master of my craft. I'm still a student. You know what I'm saying? So, but don't skip the steps. Do the student films. Do the low to no budget indie films. That's like being in the gym. That's getting your reps in. That's getting you ready for the big stage. Do background and extra work. That's free school. You're getting paid to go to school right there, because if you're doing background, like they're shooting We Own the City in Baltimore right now. Like if you're doing background on that, you get to see top tier veteran actors and directors in their element, and you get to have a front row seat to see how they process and how they create and how they are masters as well as students of that same craft that you want to be a part of. So that's what I mean. Don't skip steps. Don't try to start your career today and then try to have an agent tomorrow or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Get your reps in, respect the craft, you know what I mean? And those are the steps. People who skip steps, sometimes they get lucky and they have like quick success, and then you don't hear from them in 5 years from now. Nobody that I know who has any longevity in their career, who has 10, 20, 30 plus years in, skip steps. Everybody took the time, you know what I mean? And they've had long-lasting careers as a result of that. You know, like for example, there's people who were viral sensations on Facebook, Instagram, Vine, TikTok 5 years ago, and probably don't even remember half of their names now. You know what I mean? Like, don't skip steps. But then again, you got people like DC Young Fly, people like Just Hilarious. You know, they went the viral route, but then they started becoming students of that craft. They started learning stand up. They started, taking acting seriously and doing the work to get better at their craft, and their careers are lasting. They didn't drop off like so many other viral sensations. Like, it's important. Like, don't skip steps. Word.
So what had you catapult into acting? Like, what was what made you start acting? Like, what was your thing? Like, what hit you and say, that's what I wanted to do?
Well, I started acting as a child. And then when I was in high school, I went to a school for the arts in the county. I went to Patapsco High School and School for the Arts. I was in instrumental music concentration, but, they had electives, and that's when I started trying theater. And then a friend of mine at the time, he was actually a professional actor. He was a classmate, but he had a recurring role on The Wire. And so, like, at that point, I had already known that I wanted to act, but knowing somebody who was doing it on a big level already in the same age as me, that let me know that it was possible. So I always had this idea that I was gonna either go super hard in music or super hard in acting. Like, I'm not one of the people that like grew up not really knowing what you wanted to do. I pretty much had an idea the entire time what I wanted to do. So it started really, really young, like elementary, middle school, doing plays in church and stuff like that. But around 10th grade is when I knew that I wanted to do music, acting, or both professionally. Like, I knew my career path was in entertainment.
So,
so you can see.
No, I play an instrument, brother. I play
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Mr. Tran wanted to know, what do you enjoy best, acting or producing?
Acting.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I just love it. I don't ever, when I'm producing, I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's work. When I'm acting, it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like work to me, because there's so much love rooted in it, like that. It just doesn't feel like work. And then you're around so many people who share the same passion as you, that it doesn't feel like work. Producing films and stuff like that, that's something I kind of fell into. So that actually feels like work, because there's so much logistical stuff that you got to do. You know what I mean? That actually feels like work. Acting doesn't.
That's good. Mm-hmm. So we want to show some of your love for your work. So we got some clips that you had sent us. So set us up with the clip that you want us to see first.
All right, let's start with a drama first. We could start with a clip from Sellout, which was a pilot episode on one of my team series, Money Talks, the anthology. And that does not have a release date yet. It is being shot to different networks right now as we speak. So this
Okay.
is some exclusive stuff right here. But yeah, Money Talks, to give you a quick synopsis, is about money and how it affects everybody, no matter your gender, your race, your social class. Like, money affects everybody, and everybody always has a choice to make around money. Will they compromise their integrity, or will they stay solid? Because at some point in all of our lives, we're given a choice whether, we choose money over integrity, or we choose integrity over money.
Right.
And that's pretty much what it's about. It's an anthology, so every episode is different actors. You know what I'm saying? Different set of circumstances. It has like a Twilight Zone feel, but not creepy. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, let's run that clip for us real quick.
I used to be so mad at you for loving Carver more. I mean, I get it. He was smarter than I was, got along with the other kids better than I did. I guess me acting out was the only way to get you to pay me more attention. But in these streets, you see things. A lot of things. You see everybody out here fighting their own demons. Ain't no right or wrong. You just doing what you gotta do for self-preservation.
All right. Okay. So that's the one that y'all still working on now?
Yeah, we're shopping it right now to different people. That's an ill episode too, because that's his mother he's talking to in Estranged, and she ends up turning him into the FBI for a ransom. So she owes money over, over loyalty. So.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. I see where this going.
Damn.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
So how you get prepared for roles, and tell us how you give us some insight on how you got cast for Raising Canaan.
Sure. Well, to answer your first question, the way I prepare for roles, I usually start with a backstory of my own. I'll take as much information on the story and the character that's given to me by casting, and then I'll expound on it. So, you know what I mean? Because you wanna humanize your character, whether they're a good or bad person, all of that. So create a backstory. How old is this person? Where are they from? Do they have family? Do they not have family? What's a small habit that they have? Are they fidgety? Are they still, you know what I'm saying? What's their relationships like with other people? You know what I mean? Are they outgoing? Are they reserved? You know what I'm saying? And then I'll also use, like, given circumstances that I have at the time, like say if my character is going to be acting opposite of somebody, well, how does that person make him feel? You know, is he intimidated by this person? Is he annoyed by this person? You know what I mean? I write this whole profile, age, whole bunch of stuff that more than likely will never make it into the story, but it gives me a chance to humanize my character, develop physical choices to make, you know what I mean, while I'm on a set, on, mental choices. It helps me develop a cadence. Am I going to talk fast? Am I going to talk slow, medium? Do they switch in between? You know what I mean? That's usually how I do that. And then also, I like to go into environments that reflect the character that I'm portraying as well. So if I'm playing a real street hood character, then I'm in the hood. You know what I'm saying? If my character's rich, bougie, stuck up, I'm going around those people. I like to really like you know what I mean, kind of seize people's energy, like in real life, and then bring it to me so I can live through their truth and bring truth to my character's humanity.
Okay.
And what was the second question? I'm sorry.
How did you get cast for Raising Canaan?
Oh, okay. Yeah, my agent at the time had got me an audition. And at first, Born Ready was supposed to be one line, one and done, one episode. And I didn't even take it seriously originally because Born Ready was supposed to be like 19, 20 years old. I don't look 19 or 20 years old. And, you know what I mean? It was one line. I think he said something like, it burns or shit burns or something like that. And I'm just like, yeah, I'll do it, whatever. And I honestly think that it was me going in there not caring so much that got me the role.
Really?
I really like it's something I can't speak for everybody, but it's something about when I don't put so much emotion into the circumstances of an audition, I tend to like do a lot better because all of that energy goes into the character I'm playing. I'm not thinking about what this top casting director thinks about me or how I look or anything like that, because you know this is a profession where you're constantly being judged on your looks, personality. You're just constantly being judged by people behind the scenes, and then obviously when something's being shown, you're being judged by people as well. But I didn't have that in this. Like I'm like whatever. I'm gonna just go ahead and knock this out, and I'm probably take the train, holla at some of my peoples. Like it wasn't a big deal to me. And then I ended up getting a part, and that was cool to me. But even then, it wasn't that big of a deal to me because I knew it was going to be a one and done. And then the day we were shooting, I started getting rumblings that they were thinking about bringing my character back. You know what I mean? But I didn't even take that too seriously. I'm like, oh, that would be dope if they did. But then I didn't take that too seriously because, you know, people say things all the time, especially in this industry, that never come to, whether they mean it or not. And then, you know, the pandemic hit. I shot my first episode, which was the pilot episode, March 3rd, 2020. And I think like a week and a half later, New York got shut down because of the pandemic. So it was a while before they picked up shooting again. And then by that time, I'm thinking to myself, like, all this time had gone by, they probably rewrote some stuff they ain't thinking about me. And then, lo and behold, I got a call in April to shoot the finale. And it was during the finale that I learned that they were going to be bringing me back for season 2 when I was shooting the finale.
Yep, and I watched Raising Kanan. I watched all 50 Cent shows, but I don't watch the new one yet. I watched it a couple of times, and I was just like, no, you know. So, but yeah, you did good. You really did good. Yes, you really did good. So, I hope that they have you in so many other episodes and a lot of things to come. So
yeah, for sure. I'm shooting right now. You know what I mean? Okay. That's why I got the.
Oh, okay. Got the hairstyle
and the receded hairline because you know
they
be taking you back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm shooting season 2 right now as we speak.
Okay,
that's what's up, man. Congratulations.
I appreciate that. And I'll just say regarding that season 2, I will say that people are going to get a little bit more insight into Born Ready, and you know the people behind the show are putting a little bit more trust in me in this season. So you know I get to have more interactions and stuff like that. So you'll be learning more about my character.
Okay,
that's what's up, man. Congrats on that. Congrats. In the future, who would you like to work with?
Oh man, I would love to work with Jeffrey Wright. Like he is one of my biggest inspirations as an actor, like just because of his range. You know what I mean? You see him play a character and, you know, Boardwalk Empire and see him play in Shaft. People really thought that man was Dominican in Shaft. Like he's such a powerful, he could play like any character. And I want to get my skill set to that level to where I can just transform into any character. I'm not nowhere near there yet, but I'm definitely working on it. He's definitely somebody I would want to work out. I just want to watch him like up close and personal. He's so dope. Denzel, I want to work with Issa Rae. I would love to work with Robert De Niro. I almost did. I got really close and then didn't get the part. I had a
Oh
couple
wow.
callbacks. Yeah, I had auditioned for The Irishman, and I made it to
Oh
like
yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that
yeah, I
movie.
made it to round two auditions to play the orderly who was like taking care of Robert De Niro's character. And, I ended up not getting the role, but that was like one of my dreams early on when I know I wanted to do this to like work with Robert De Niro. But it's a whole bunch of people. Obviously, Denzel's, and I would love to work with like Ashley Sanders, which I almost had a chance to do that. I
You
auditioned
know
for
what? With
Wu-Tang.
only almost. You
Yeah,
know what?
but
He's
it's
one of my
coming. It's coming. It's really
yeah.
coming.
He's one of
I
my favorite
it's
white
real. It's in reach.
actors. He's one of my
Say again?
favorite white actors.
Oh
Like I have
yeah,
a
yeah.
crush on him.
It's really dope.
Yeah, I have a real crush on him.
That's
What
what's
you
up.
say?
That's what's up.
That's what it is.
I do. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I have a crush on that white man. I think that's
Look
the
at
only
that.
white man I will
Look at
marry.
that. Stressing
What
that
you,
white part. Look at that. Stressing that white part.
the
Good
white man.
Lord. He's a human being, Savvy. You got a
But he's
crush on a man. It does we don't do that on this show. We don't do that on this show.
white. Okay. He's a white man. What you want me?
Yeah, he white. He white for real.
Yeah, he for real white. He
Yeah,
Jewish
he for
white.
real. Yes, he is. You don't get no
Yes, he
whiter
is.
than that.
Yes, he is. And I don't got no shame in my game. He called me up
Mr.
today. I'm going on a date tomorrow. Look.
Lord have mercy. Mr. Mr. AJ. So, question.
All right.
Being in a position that you are, okay, tremendously humble. So you're in the middle of it right now. So you're not in the beginning. So it seems like you're in the middle of it. So you're like, you got a few more steps to make, and then you'll be there, right? Have you ever thought about just saying, "Fuck it, I'm done. I'm going to just go ahead, get a 9 to 5, go back to Hopkins. I know communications need some help. I need a steady paycheck. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. A few times. I actually did take a break in 2000, the end of 2016. I stepped away from it for a year, and I promised myself that it was going to be a year. And I actually worked as an exterminator. I worked for a pest control company for a year straight, no acting, and I was miserable. I was miserable. It's tough for someone's career, and it's like, what I ask people who tell me they want to do this? I ask them, how much are you willing to sacrifice? How much are you willing to lose to make your dream come true?
oh wow,
Right.
And it's hard to get a straight answer out of a lot of people. But I feel like it's a valid question. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it gets ugly. It's not overnight. So many people, a lot of actors, when they get into a hit TV show or a hit movie and they have like a leading role or something, and like they'll start doing their media, their press interviews and stuff. Like, you just blew up over it. So many actors. If next time you hear somebody say that to an actor, watch how they face kind of like watch how uncomfortable they get, because it takes between like 10 and 20 years to be an overnight sensation. You know what I mean? Most of them, peep how many, like the average age range of people when they receive Oscars. You get some young people, most of them like 40s and up. You know what I mean? Like years and years of theater, TV shows, you know what I mean? Whatever, like before that big break came. So like I ask people, like, how much are you willing to sacrifice or lose? Because it gets hard, especially in the beginning, and I'd say in the middle, because you go through dry spells as well. You know what I mean? I'm just starting to work more consistently in year 6. And that's for like these small roles. You know what I'm saying? I thought about quitting a whole bunch of times. I thought about going to Maryland, back to Maryland one time, You know what I mean? I knew I couldn't go back to Hopkins. You know what I mean? For those who don't know, I got fired from Hopkins. But I thought about going back. You know what I mean? So yeah, it gets discouraging at times, but then that's where your support system is important as well. You know what I mean? Like I gotta give a lot of credit to my fiance. Like she's held me down a lot. You know what I mean? It's been quite the journey. She's been there like every step of the way, as well as, you know, certain family and friends. So I'm lucky in that aspect. There's some people that's up here alone with nobody. So but if you have that structure, if you have that support system, like, you know, be thankful for them every day, because that's what's kept keeping me afloat during like my roughest times.
So Mr. Miguel said, I can't see everything, but he just said, don't stop grinding. I guess keep up your grinding, my guy, and some other bull crap that he's spitting out his mouth.
No, it's all positive. It's all positive. It's always going to be time.
Yeah. My God, Twin. Yeah.
Yes.
What's going on, Twin?
I don't even know why he's on here. We should cut him off. So you said something about theater. Would you ever do theater?
I have, yeah.
Okay. How was that experience?
It gets you ready. I'll tell you that. It's dope because you get a chance to really interact with the audience. Like, you feed off of that energy. The audience is dry, then, you know, your performance may be a little bit dry, but the audience is engaged. You know, that's like food. It feeds you. It feeds to give even stronger performance. But it gets you. I feel like it gets you ready for television and film, because you really have to work out your chops. You know, theater actors are way stronger than film actors. Like, it's harder for people to go from TV and film to theater than it is for people from theater to go to TV and film.
The other way, yeah. I always felt that. I always thought that I have a great respect for theater actors, because you don't have no cut. You don't have let's do that over. You gotta know your lines, you know. So that's why I have big respect.
Whole musical, all up in here.
Yes.
All 2 hours.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
So we do have another clip. If you want to talk about that clip, so we can bring it on.
All right, sure. Yeah, this is something a little comedic. You know what I mean? This is a Netflix show called It's Bruno, and it was really fun doing this. You know, the whole TV show is just about a man and his love for his dog and their everyday experiences together. This man and his dog, starring Slick Naeem. Slick Naeem is a very well-established director. I know we were talking about Power. He's directed multiple episodes of Power, Blacklist, Snowfall, like literally every show that is like a hit on TV. The man that I'm acting opposite of in this has directed that. You know what I mean? Acting is second to him. Directing is actually his primary job. So, but yeah, this was really fun. It's his show. He created it, wrote it, and got it picked up and everything. But yeah, it's a little comedic fun. A little angry New Yorker going on. So yeah, it's Bruno.
All right, let's bring that.
Hey, clean up after your dog, man. That's not my dog shit. I just saw it. You saw this dog take that shit? Yeah. There's the shit. There's the dog. Look at the size of that shit. Look how big it is. Get a good look at it. Now look at my dog's ass. Look how small the circumference is. How could my dog have taken that shit? I look like the kind of guy that looks at dogs' asses to you? You look like the kind of guy that doesn't look where he's stepping. This don't happen in white neighborhoods. That's all I know. Clean that shit up. It's not my dog's shit.
Oh, man.
That was funny. First of all, you had on the butters. Don't mess up the butters then. Don't mess up the butters.
I mean, I didn't care if I messed up those. Those was theirs.
Oh, okay.
Like messing my boy, what?
That's what more you want. So talk about like the like comedian roles and stuff like that. You want to do more of that?
Yeah, it's definitely fun. That was one of the first ones I did. I used to always think you had to try to be funny, and like I
Mhm.
learned that the goal is to not try to be funny, and the funny just naturally happens. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind taking more shots at that. I do appreciate drama more and action, but yeah, I would definitely do more comedic work.
Okay. Mr. RL, you froze on us? What's going on with you?
No, no, I'm still here. I'm driving around Baltimore City with the light on in the car, and it's illegal to do that. So I got to be on my best BS when the police drive past.
All right.
Oh,
So you been in that car the whole time. Like, where you coming from, DC?
Mm. So I just got caught up in the conversation with AJ. Um, you know,
you breaking up, my guy.
I'm gonna tell you
I
what it
think you.
is.
What is it?
Yo,
Okay, we heard nothing you said. So what did you say?
that goddamn DJ PRS1 doing this shit.
He backstage messing up your phone.
Yeah, he ain't had the heart to come on this show with his herpes. So he said he figured he would affect me
He said that's what
since
it
he
is. He
can't be
said you
up on.
came at him crazy with that, so we gonna sabotage you. We gonna sabotage your connection.
That's exactly what he
Look, he just
doing.
went sideways. What is really
Word.
That's what he
going on in
doing.
that car?
That's what he doing. Ain't nothing going on. I ain't got no shorty up in here. Maybe if I had, the resume that AJ had, I could have some girls up in the car with me.
Oh man,
Did we
I
know
wish
if
I wish you could.
right? Now we know if he was an actor, what he be doing? He be trying to get the short.
Hey,
Oh, I'm
live
gonna
your
tell you
life.
now.
Live your
I'll be
life.
acting a fool. I act a fool. I'll be at every party. I'll be lying. I'll say, yeah, I gave so and so the idea. I pitched it to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the next film. Hold on real quick. This is from Robert De Niro. Let me take this. I'll be lying my ass off.
Oh man,
This
no,
man.
people be doing that though.
Right.
People be doing that, man. It's a lot of. You wouldn't be the first one.
See, you see what I'm saying? So I'm all for that shit, AJ.
Yeah, you
AJ, man,
fit
you got
right
to hang
in,
out,
man.
dog. I got to come up
Hey,
there, man,
I'm
and,
with
and
it.
hang out with you. And I'll take
I'm
the
with it,
groupies
man.
off your hands.
I look. I love to live vicariously through the people that I have with me. So like, have all the fun that I can't have, man.
Oh, shorty, you gonna live about 4 lives if you let me do that shit.
Hey, let's do it. I'm with it. Okay, I
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
finally seeing some of these comments over here.
So since
Okay, I'm
if I'm not
recognizing some of
mistaken,
these names.
you said this is what you do full time. You are an actor. This is it, right?
Yeah, actor, producer, and writer as well.
And producer. Now, how scary is it? Because this is your dream.
Mhm.
How scary is it to be like, yo, this is my only income. I gotta make this work. This isn't. I'm gonna call off tomorrow like we did, or like you did at Hopkins. I'm sure. This isn't like,
Mhm.
yo, I'm gonna wake up and go in late, or I'm gonna go home sick type shit. This is your only means right here. You dig what I'm saying? How scary is that?
It's terrifying, but that's the fuel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, nah, this gotta work because there's nothing else. I tried other things that didn't work out for me. Like, it's gotta work. So that fear actually makes me go harder. Like, I don't believe people when they tell me that they're fearless in their pursuit of whatever they're pursuing. I don't believe people are fearless. But I do believe people don't let their fear stop them and let it drive them. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mhm.
but I'll be terrified because it's gotta work. You know what I mean? And, you know, like you get little side hustles and stuff like that to, you know, keep changing your pocket. You know, it's not always, you know, constant income coming in, but it definitely teaches you money management. Because I remember the first nice check I got. I thought I was about to be rich. I thought it was about to be like this all the time. Spent that money right up. Had steak for like a month straight. Then it was back to oodles and noodles, man.
So that's something that you probably want to tell to like up and coming actors or artists. Like, just because you get that first big check, if you don't have constant work in, you need to probably save that until something else comes in. Because I think about that all the time in the work that I do. Thinking about when they get some real kind of money in their hands, if they're going to blow it or if they're going to save it, you know. And a lot of times when you got young people that really never had any money or really never had a success, when they get stuff, they want to go and stunt. They want to go get the big jewelry. They want to get all this other stuff instead of putting their money in the bank until they get a next check, to where they can see something where they can go get their little chain or whatever they want to get, you know. And I wonder about that because, I do some things and I wonder about the artists and people that work with me. Like, when you start getting that real money, how are you going to act? Are you going to save that money? Or are you going to really just blow it because you think that, the next check going to come just like that? I think that, like you said, it teaches you how to money manage. But sometimes people want to make that mistake. They're going to go out there and
people don't make that mistake because it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt, but you're not going to forget it. It's going to hurt. You're like, what happened? First of all, don't let a big check go to your head, because whatever it says on that paper, on that contract, is not what it's going to be by the time it touches your hands.
Right. Like, and that's another thing to understand. Yeah.
SAG after going to take their cut. Uncle Sam going to take his cut. Agent fee, manager fee. You know what I'm saying? State government. You know what I mean? Everybody going to get a piece of it, and then you get what's left. You know
right. So you get the $5 at the end.
Right. Like, damn, that wasn't what we shooting in the gym. What's going on? Like, but yeah, so never let a number on the paper go to your head. I mean, unless it's like a really, really, really big number.
Right.
Yeah. That's what's up. So you have a fiance, right?
I do. Get married next year.
Yeah. Congratulations. Big ups to you.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you so
much. All right. So this is as someone who, look at celebrities and wonder what their life is like. I always wonder this question. And maybe you might not have, had to deal with this yet, but as you continue to grow in your craft and your star becomes brighter, you may have to. So I always wondered this question. Do the wife honestly believe that he's faithful? Because some of y'all roles, I remember, I forget who it was just the other day, they was talking about the love scenes, the kissing, the making love scenes and stuff like that. And they said, it's kind of hard to just read, know your lines and then just do it. You actually got to build a relationship with this person, or try to build a relationship with this person. That way you're comfortable enough to, put your tongue down their throat, rub on their breast, them rub on you, and do it in front of people at the same time, knowing there's somebody home.
Like, believe me, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've dealt with that already. The first official film I did, The Right Path, which is available on Amazon Prime. Film I did with a couple people from my team. Super low budget, but it was
porn. He said super low budget. It was porn.
I told you to watch the show before you came on, so you'll be ready for this one right here.
I did. I actually did.
Okay.
The first day we talked, The first day we talked, I actually did. I already knew what it was. I was ready for lesbian. I already knew what it was. Yeah. But yeah, it was a very intimate scene in the movie, and we had this big premiere for that movie. And I had to watch that scene in a crowded theater or auditorium with my girlfriend at the time, right here, her mother, right there, my mother, right here,
Yes.
sister, a bunch of cousins. I wasn't worried about all the strangers that was there that paid to see it, but it was that row that was sitting with me on the balcony. Like I was just like, yeah, but she handled it like they all handled it like champs, though.
Right.
They all handled it like champs. That's why I say the person gotta be secure.
Yeah, like I think, like you say, when a person knows that it's acting, you know, when your significant other or whoever you with, when they know that it's your job is acting, I'm gonna be honest. If I dated an actor and I'll probably be cheering them on, and then I'll probably be like, "Baby, was your breast okay that day? Did you make sure you ain't had no taut breath?" You know, Because I mean, I want to look at it and make sure it's real. Because when you just watching people, you want to feel what they're feeling. So I'm be like, "Baby, make sure you bring it." You know what I'm saying? If you got to channel me in your head, make sure you bring it. But that
I thought about sending y'all that clip too.
You should have sent us that clip. We should see that clip. But yeah, you have to be real secure as a man or a woman when you're dating someone that's doing stuff like that. You have to be, and you gotta, like you say, you gotta make sure that you make them feel that way. Like, baby, this is just, acting. This is just my job. But when they get involved with you and they know that this is something what you're gonna do, they're gonna know that you're gonna come into these roles. So they should always have their mind prepared too. It's just his work. It's just her work.
Especially if that's your type. Like if your type, like the roles you're constantly getting is like playing a love interest or something like that. Whoever your partner is, they just gotta be like, think about somebody like Morris Chestnut, who's always playing somebody love interest.
Yes, he is.
You know what I mean? His wife is a champion.
Yes, she is.
Well, it's a whole bunch of people. Yeah, you gotta be secure, and you gotta. Another thing I would say is you gotta give your partner the space. Like you remember, like, well, not remember, but I remember when I was at Hopkins, like we had a code 2A or some type of big incident where things might have gotten physical. It would be like a debrief after. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be like a debrief, like everybody debrief, and you might have to write a report, something like that. Like it's kind of the same thing, really, when you do any role, but especially if you do a scene like that where it's some type of romance or intimacy involved. You gotta debrief and like come out of that, and you need that space to do it, to go back to reality, because in that moment you are in love with another person. You know what I mean? It's not going to look real unless you feel it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're living in that character's truth. So you gotta have a little time to come down from that and separate and detach. Some people, they get so immersed in the
Don't.
Oh my God!
Don't read that.
Oh my God! I'm not even going to touch that. I'm not even going to touch that.
That's why I was like, don't read that, please. When I seen it, I was like, please go away before he sees it. That's because RL is rubbing off on him.
That's a
yes.
That's an offline conversation. But yeah, you just need time. You need time to process and debrief and separate. You know, some people get so immersed in their characters that they have a hard time letting go. Somebody like Heath Ledger, you know what I mean? I've heard that he got so immersed in this role as the Joker that he just couldn't come out of it.
Right. And I was going to ask you that about things that I have heard about actors getting so deep into their character that it was hard for them to come out of it. And I was going to ask you, has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, once. And that's why I don't prefer the method act.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't prefer the method act. That's you could get the job done without going that deep into it, in my opinion. Some people that's like their only way, but it's different. There's different
Yeah,
techniques and approaches you could take to it. You don't have to do it that
yeah. Jim Carrey got a documentary. I think it came out earlier this year. I saw it, and he was talking about he threw himself into the role of Man on the Moon, um, Andy something, but he played the character Loco on Taxi. So that's who the movie was about, and he was such an asshole because that's the guy played pranks throughout his life, and his career. So when he went home, he never shut it off,
Mm.
and he wound up. Everybody was like, "Yo, Jim Carrey's really a dick." He really wasn't. He was just he never came
way. It's
out
a
of character.
character, right?
So
So
yeah,
Word.
I see that you did you have a feature in Luke Cage?
Yeah. I was in season 1 and 2 episodes. Luke Cage was my first union job. Like I had just that was actually remember I told you it was a check. I had my first big check. You couldn't
yeah,
That was it.
that was it. And it doesn't reflect it when you watch the show because they cut my lines. I mean, I heard that my lines weren't. It didn't push the story forward or anything, so it wasn't really necessary in the edit. I think it was that I sucked. That's what I think.
Really?
I think it was
Let's
that I
be
sucked.
honest. Yeah,
I
yeah.
was. I wasn't. I
still
wasn't
got
ready.
paid. Still
Oh
got
yeah.
paid,
Oh
brother.
yeah. Yeah. It was healthy too. It was healthy,
All
and
right.
I blew that. What I mean, I wasn't. I wasn't ready on a lot of different layers, aspects.
Guys,
So what about the show Divorce on HBO?
Another season 2. Say it again.
What about the show Divorce on HBO?
Oh yeah, that was a one and done. That was cool. I got to work with Thomas Church and Sarah J. Parker.
oh,
Yeah, that's actually Sarah J. Parker's show. She's an executive producer on that show, and it was really dope working with her too because she was just like a pleasure to work with, and she was like in a great mood all day because it was the day after the Super Bowl. I forgot which one it was. It was the day after the Super Bowl, and she had this big Super Bowl commercial on the night before. And it's like a big deal. You get a Super Bowl spot on
yeah.
television. So, what I mean? It was just, I don't know what the set is like on a regular day to day. I only was on that set for one day, but yeah, it was a real cool, easy day. It was dope working on Divorce with those veteran actors.
Hey, ain't she married to Michael J. Fox?
I don't know. Could be.
Yeah, I
don't
gotta
know.
look that up. I gotta look that up, man. But look, if it turned out to be true, find out how Marty McFly is doing for me because he's one of my childhood heroes, man.
Yeah, shout out to
I
Marty
don't think his name is
man.
Marty McFly, sir.
He's gonna always be Marty McFly.
Nah, that's his name. Word.
No,
back in
actually, he's Michael. What was his name on that other show? Michael. Oh my God, the show that he played that the smart guy always wanted money. What is it called? Y'all ain't watch white people
I don't know.
shows.
He just Marty McFly to me.
Oh,
There it is. There it is.
oh my God, I can't forget
AJ
his
has said
name.
it.
Some characters just stick with you for life. Like, what I mean? Rerun will always be rerun to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey,
Those are
now, is that a fear?
Alex
Being
Keaton. Hey,
being
McCoy,
stuck in a
nice to see you.
being stuck in a character like someone they see you as you do a movie, you do a show, and you do it for so long. That's it. No one wants to hire you because they see you as that. Is that a fear?
It could be a blessing and a curse, and that's definitely a fair. I don't. Oh man, see, it's only a fear if it go the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like somebody like Mariska Hargitay, who plays Olivia Benson on Law and Order. Like, I don't mind playing one role for 20 plus years straight. Like that's okay with me. And then every now and then do something else. But like be a series regular on the show for 20 years straight, that's that's nice, safe money, and you get to do what you love. You know what I mean? But I don't want to be like somebody like rerun like 3 decades after the show is off, and you just still rerun. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
it.
Yeah, like that's the fear for me.
Right. So his name was Alex Keaton on the show called Family Ties. Y'all ain't tell me y'all ain't watched it.
Family Ties.
Yes, Family Ties. That was one of my favorite shows because he was hilarious in that show. He was hilarious.
Look at you showing your white card.
That's right. That's all my white
Indiana
card.
Jones. Yeah, Harrison Ford. Yeah, but see, I never got stuck with Harrison Ford in just one role. And I was just watching Harrison Ford last week. I was watching what was it, Fugitive, and yeah, I guess he will always be Indiana Jones, but I wasn't like watching The Fugitive and thinking like Indiana Jones. Like, he did really good in that role. Like some actors are brand actors, and other ones you get lost in that role right with them.
When did he?
Can I answer that question?
Yeah, you sure can.
All right. When I meet other actors, do I get starstruck, or am I used to it after being as long as I have? No, not really. The only time I've gotten starstruck was on Luke Cage, and it wasn't like I was starstruck because like, oh my God, I'm such a big fan, I don't know what to do. I was starstruck because I had lines with this person, and I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm really about to trade lines with this, and that's why I said I probably didn't do good. That's why it got cut. But that person was it was just her name was just in my mind too, and I just forgot. Damn, what's her name?
It's gonna come to you.
It's gonna come back
to you in the middle of the night.
This has been a long day. Her name was just literally in my mouth. I'm about to look it up.
Right.
But,
it's gonna come to you in the middle of the night.
I was starstruck because I was intimidated.
Mikey know them all.
I know he run them down. Talking about Mallory. So you watched it for Mallory?
He thought Simone missed it.
Nah, Simone was mad cool though. But Alfred Woodard, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. All right, so we is at the end. We over time, so we need to be closing it out. But I really want to thank you for joining us. So yeah, so give us your information so people can follow you, your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever you want them to follow you on.
All right, no doubt. You follow me on IG, real_AJ. That's REEL_AJ. You could, my site gets updated whenever I get new work that I can announce. AJFranklin.net, and I am AJ Franklin on Twitter, although I'm not really that active on Twitter. So yeah, IG and the website. You come holler at me anytime. I really appreciate everybody checking in. Bertrand had a lot of good questions that I didn't get to answer. Hit my DM, I'll answer them.
All right.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Here we go.
So
get a hold of yourself.
Tell us where which shows we can find you on, and which projects you got coming out next.
I really can't talk about anything else that I have coming out right now, other than Raising Canaan. But there's something I'm doing with CBS, and that's going to be for 2022. When I'm allowed to talk about that, I will. And then got It's Bruno. You can go look at that on Netflix, Divorce, HBO, Pose, FX. Couple commercials, AJ Franklin actor. Google me; it'll tell you everything you need to know. It's been a few things. I'm blessed.
Who you want to get some love, some shout out to?
Shout out to my team, Black Chalk Studios. Look out for us. We got like mad projects coming. That's that's all solid. Shout out to everybody from Hopkins that I worked with, that I still keep in touch with. Again, for those who may have not heard me say it earlier, like that is the one job that's made the most impact on my life. Like I was so young working there, and I got to see like the best of the world and the worst of the world all in one place. Such a powerful place to work at. You know what I mean? Y'all be safe. You know, much love to y'all, and holla at me whenever.
All right. So you ready to close us out, sir?
Yes. Hey, for everybody that have been supporting us, hey, look, we have a show this Saturday, GVT on the road, or GVT traveling,
Take
or
it to the
GVT
street, man.
taking it to the streets. GVT this Saturday, we're going to go spend time with Dr. Eric and fuck up his house for about an hour or so. Also, the following weekend, we're going to Mr. Raymond show. Is here. He actually here in Baltimore, so we'll be at his show next weekend. If you want information how to get a ticket and come see him perform live, just hit us up and we'll definitely get you the information you need to be a part of that show. Savvy, what do you have going on?
Like I say, I got my show coming up next month, Chicks and Kicks, so look out for it. I'm gonna have some information, guys, for y'all next week, ticket sales and stuff like that. It's for a good cause. Don't forget, it's for a good cause, raising money for unfortunate families that struggle through the pandemic and single moms that don't have money for to get their children stuff for Christmas. And even if y'all don't come to the show, y'all can make a donation, support us any kind of way. Times are hard. The pandemic put a lot of people behind in their bills and stuff like that. So it's a great cause, and come out, support. If you don't come out, always just hit me up if you just want to make a donation. It doesn't matter what size of donation that you want to make.
Damn right. Come out and support the cause. Support those kids that have been good all year, and help those parents that want to do something for their kids. But for them badass kids, you can still come bring some shit. Bring some fucking coal. Fuck those kids. They don't deserve shit. And if they bad, it's because their parents didn't bring them up right, not bringing them up right. So fuck their parents too. Fuck them and their kids. That's what they get. The kids getting cold, and goddamn, the parents are getting audited. Fuck them.
Before we go, with all that good note, let's run the clip for the show that's coming up that we're going to next week. Run the clip, my lord.
Addicted to you, kya hua tera vada. Baltimore, it's on Saturday, November 27th. The Music Boss, I'm coming to Baltimore. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody, Raymond, I'm coming to Baltimore Saturday, November 27th. We're gonna have the best time ever. Hold on one another and let we love up each other. Tujhe suraj kaho ya chanda. Baltimore, get ready. Saturday, November 27th. Raymond, the Music Boss. It's happening. Mwah! See you there.
That's what I'm talking about. I will be in the house. I ain't gonna lie. I hope they let us the fuck in for free. I ain't trying to spend $40 I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't got AJ Franklin money. I got RL money. You hear what I'm saying?
Don't get it twisted. We still in these trenches, man.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Hey, look, so that's it for our show. I want to thank everybody who supported us for 3 seasons straight. Show up every Tuesday at 7 o'clock and just show love. AJ, thank you for coming on and be a part of the show. Brother, we wish you nothing but the highest success, man. Continue, that star of yours. I hope it gets brighter and brighter each passing day. Hey, look, we love y'all. Thank y'all for everything. It's GVTV. We out.
Need it from you, yeah. Crash land in the palm of my hand. That little flex wanna play by the coast. Carry the torch, I'm way up a slitty wherever we float. I came from the cold, used to rest on the floor and stitch up my wounds. Was born a soldier, flipping the struggle, I'm taking it worldwide. Hold it down when you talk to me. Say it is what it's supposed to be. Say it loud, but I mean it too, yeah. Talk that good when you talk to me. Say it nice and I give it to you. You know my word is bond, yeah. What we on now is wild shit, a trip. Life is lit, take a breath. It's it. Now it's wild. It's shit legit. Life is litty.